Okay, here we are at episode 2. Before we get started, I want to point out that in the previous episode, I made a little mistake. I forgot to use one of my magic lenses on the boss. I think his name is Vidor. Anyway, that's the only time he shows up in the game, so that means that he won't be in my bestiary this playthrough. And if I were to be going through to try to fill that up, I'd have to remember to do it next time around. Not a big deal, but there it is. Or, wait, no, that's not quite right. I think he does show up, but not with all the info. Which, all you need him to do is all you need to do is face an enemy to get it in the bestiary, and that's all you need to do to fill it enough for the achievement and the title. Using the magic lens and getting all the extra info is just for completionism's sake. So, there you go. You might not even care. Let's see. In this episode, we're going to be hunting some early, low-hanging fruit titles with some encounters just running around here outside. You might remember that I gained a title at the end of that boss fight. I think it was Combo something or other? Combo Newbie. There we go. Because I got a 10-hit combo. That was fairly easy to accomplish in that fight. I just dodge the enemy's big telegraphed attacks and then come in and hit him a bunch at the same time that your allies, like fireballs and other hits, are coming in. Because it isn't just yours, it's the whole party adding to the combo at once. So, that's how I got that. And that boss is probably the earliest, easiest place to get it, since he has enough health to survive all that. And I'm going to go ahead and equip that for now. One other thing I wanted to point out, as I mentioned in the last one, I did look up and just refamiliarize myself with the basics of skills and how Genis, for instance, learned a new spell. If I recall correctly, there are 3 tiers of skills, and then there's 2 sides, the T and the S. You can see a T and S scale next to all the character portraits there. As I recall, the T side tends to be more multi-hit and multi-hit, and then the S tends to be more single but more powerful hits. I don't think that's exactly it, but anyway, I believe that the first rank of skills, Tier 1, doesn't matter, they're the same on both T and S, but then Tier 2 and 3, you can only get, if you know S Tier, or S Tier 2 abilities, then you can't also get T Tier 2 abilities, and vice versa, and same thing for 3. So you have to choose one way or the other. We'll get more into that later when the game tutorializes it. And then the reason Genis learned that spell is, so to earn any skill you have to be A, a minimum level, B, have the proper tier. All the characters right now obviously have Tier 1 skills, and C, use related abilities enough times, usually around 50. So let's take a look. Genis, for instance, let's see, I think in order to actually look at it, there we go. So he now has Fireball and Stone Blast. Well, apparently he's not the good one to use for instance, let's check. Okay, there we go. Lloyd has this Sonic Thrust in blue, which means he's in the process of learning it. And yeah, for the level 1 stuff, it's usually use another level 1 tech, or even like just a basic attack, and once you've used them enough times, there's a higher and higher, like a cumulative chance that you'll learn the next skill in line as long as you're of the minimum level for it. And then I believe the Tier 2 and Tier 3 ones work the same, except usually you have to use a specific lower level tech to learn those. Like there might be a higher level tech that does something similar to Demon Fang and requires you to use Demon Fang a bunch to learn it. That is as much as I remembered from very briefly skimming some stuff about the skills. Like I said, I'm sure the game will go into it more, and then so will we. For now, let's see if I can finally get...
You're going down!
Don't overdo it! Watch this!
Nope. Well, there's Sonic Crest. Don't think I'm gonna get this fight.
Demon Fang! Just as I expected.
Okay. I'm trying to
Don't you
do
guys
a
let up?
4-hit combo by myself with
Demon Fang!
4 different attacks.
Don't overdo it! Demon!
And
You picked the wrong guy
when
to
you
mess
do a regular attack, it counts as a different attack based on which direction you're holding the
Be careful, everyone!
Don't overdo it!
joystick. Jesus.
Demon Fang!
Okay. The controls are not very responsive. It's not like a fighting game combo or something.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Yeah, I'd describe it as quite sluggish, actually.
Keep working on it, okay?
Come on.
Give them no quarter! Demon Fang!
Get him!
Demon Fang! Don't overdo
Demon
it! First aid!
Fireball!
Demon!
Like, I am pressing the
Just as I expected.
the Demon Fang button immediately after finishing the attacks, and he's taking like 2.5 seconds before he does it. It's
We
like
can do
hard
it.
to figure out how I'm supposed to combo that.
Demon Fang!
Especially when the enemy keeps... Oh, that might have been it. The enemy keeps attacking me in between.
Never had a chance.
No? Oh, there we go. Got it. Cool. And you know what's fun is that Kratos has to do the exact same thing. Anyway, if I recall correctly, I want it, but... Yeah, actually I'm going to stick with Combo Newbie, because it's better for strength and accuracy, which I value more than hit points. Alright, let's see here. Well, before he starts leveling up, let's get a... Oops. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Let's get a title for Genis. There we go. That's how you make him. Yeah. Now for Genis's, it's real hard. You just gotta stand there and do nothing for an entire fight.
Don't overdo it. First
I
aid!
don't know if getting hit screws it up. We'll see if he actually gets it at the end of the fight.
Just as I expected.
Oh, and there, he leveled up without a title. Darn. But yeah, I guess I can do nothing and
Give them no quarter.
hopefully not get hit.
Don't overdo it.
Sorry.
First aid!
Great thrust!
Demon Fang! Out of my sight.
Well,
No way! Don't overdo it. First aid!
thanks guys.
Demon Fang! Don't overdo it.
Thanks. There.
Come on. Let's go for a smaller encounter. Hopefully that gives me a better chance of
Go
not getting
all
hit.
out.
Great thrust.
Demon Fang!
No way.
Great thrust.
I believe this is pretty much the only one of
You picked the
Genis's
wrong guy to mess with.
titles that, yeah, there we go, dependent. That is easy to get at this stage of the game. There's one for like using a spell like 10 times, but A, he doesn't have that many tech points, or well, that would take most of the tech points he has now, and B, there's not really many enemies that could survive an onslaught like that. Or not just enemies, but, you know, encounters. Anyway. Maybe during the next boss fight. We can get another one for Collete. Or actually, it would make more sense to get Kratos one. And wish me luck doing the
Let's get this over
4-hit
with.
thing again.
Take this!
I did not pay
First
attention
aid!
to... I guess that was...
Sonic, did everyone see me?
Oh,
You were great, Lloyd.
that's nice.
We're
I got a
counting
beast
on
hide
you.
from the
Ew.
rabbit. That'll actually be helpful later. But I should check out Kratos. Okay, so I have to just do. Let's put Demon Thing on that too. What the heck is Guardian? Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. But I'm not planning on being, on controlling him manually much right now, so I don't care too much.
Reinforcements,
Alright.
huh? Sonic,
Great thrust. Don't laugh.
Demon Fang!
Sonic,
Ah!
Take this! First aid!
Great thrust. Fireball. Keep working on it, okay?
Beef strips. Cool. Alright. Just for the purposes of making sure I don't accidentally... There. All demon fangs.
Let's get this over with. Great kill.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Get him. Great blast.
Demon Fang!
you picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Alright. So of course he leveled just before I could equip the... Oh yeah, and his is for, yeah, hit points and strength, just like Lloyd's. Okay. Now we'll get one for Collete. I should say another... Actually, I think we can get two right now.
Take them down quickly!
It's one similarly to Genis by
First aid!
not moving. I think she technically can attack, but
Don't overdo it! First aid!
not a big deal.
Get him. Don't laugh.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, no, I think that was the one for not using any specials.
Be careful, everyone.
No way.
Great thrust. Get him.
Don't
Great
overdo
don't
it!
laugh.
First aid!
Great thrust. Great thrust.
Don't overdo it.
Fireball.
First
Great
aid!
thrust.
Not even going to touch the joystick so that get the
Don't
not
overdo it.
moving.
First aid!
Oh, she's out of TP.
Get him! Don't laugh!
You might have noticed that
Don't
they
overdo it.
regenerate TP
First aid!
as they
Sonic thrust!
make regular attacks, so that's useful. I had forgotten about that.
Just as I expected.
There we go. Don't run. So let's look at what hers can give. This would be more defense and intelligence. TP and evasion. I seem to recall she has some powerful techs later on that are expensive, so let's get her more TP if we can. Lloyd back in the beginning. And see, with the triggers here, I can put other people's skills on there, and you'll give commands. That is how we'll get another title.
Don't let up!
Take this! Fireball! Take this! Fireball!
No way!
Take this! Fireball!
I think we have to do it a
Take this!
total of,
Fireball!
give it a total of 10 commands in the fight or
Take
something.
this! Fireball!
Might as well just do them until they run out of TP, or there we go.
Keep working on it, okay?
Boorish General. Oh, and I did not mean to do that, but okay, guess I made a sandwich. Heal up. Down. Oh, wait, I forgot to save. And as a matter of fact, it's a little early, but let's go ahead and call it for this episode. And then episode 3 will actually enter the, or we'll do the dungeon. Thanks for watching, and well, I won't see you, but hopefully you'll be seeing me, or more specifically my gameplay, next time.